Advice number 1. Whenever you're going on a video shoot, make sure you have backups for everything. Advice number 2 is that Murphy's Law will catch up with you. Let's talk about that. Hello everyone and welcome to Stories with Tony, where I tell you guys some interesting stories about my time doing video. Now, this story is actually rather recent, happening last Thursday, and that's what I want to talk about. So, what happened? So, I was doing a project for MCC, and this project was for Video 2, and it was an interview. So, I go out, find somebody, and do an interview with them. So, pretty simple. Now, I always make sure I have backups of things, and I had my main camera, which is the Sony FDR AX33. I had my backup camera, the Canon 80D, and I also had a Tascam DR40X, which is a standalone microphone that I was originally going to plan to use as the sample audio. Problem is, didn't really go all that planned. So what happened? So I go for the interview, set everything up, everything's working okay. I tested all this stuff before, all working great. So we go into the interview and I see a small red flag. I say small because it wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse. That was the DR40X wasn't recording. Now the other two mics on the two cameras were recording, so I had two samples of audio still, so I'm not too worried about it. So what happened was it was in standby mode, now record mode, so I was like, okay, not too bad, put in record mode just so it's recording for the rest of the interview, and then move on. Now, I would say around halfway, maybe 2/3 of the way through the interview, the main camera, the Sony camera, which is actually what I'm recording with, the SD card corrupts. Yay. Like, there was no footage surviving on the main camera. Now keep in mind the other camera is set to a profile. So the main camera is more of a head-on shot like this, while the other camera was a profile. So I have all the questions from a profile perspective, but the main camera, the camera that will be shown most of the time throughout the interview, is now all gone. And I'm like going, okay, great. This is just great. What else can go wrong? Well, the backup camera stopped recording. It didn't get corrupted, it just stopped. And I'm like going, you gotta be kidding me. This one just stops? I mean, it's better than corruption, so I still have something to work with, but it's like, really? Every single thing goes out. First, the DR40X wasn't set up correctly, which I will take fault with that. But the other two things, I didn't know how that happened. You got the SD card corrupting, and then you got the other camera that just stops out of nowhere. Although, to be fair, it did stop towards the end, which is okay. So, by the time that I was noticing the problem with the Sony camera, that was about when that camera came off. A little weird, I will say, but at least that one, the SD card did not corrupt, and it has all the footage that we intended to record. Now, there is a happy ending to this, and that is I will be redoing the interview. I'm gonna have everything set up, and hopefully nothing goes wrong. Now, I did take some precautions. For example, the way how I transfer footage is a bit more cautious. And the other thing too, this is the main thing, I did get a new SD card. So the SD card I have now is a SanDisk card, and it runs, it has a 170 read speed and 95 write speed, I believe. So it has a little higher write speed than my older one, and also too, it is designed with a 4K camera in mind, which is good. The lesson is always prepare, do as much as you can to make sure nothing goes wrong, But always keep in mind, Murphy's Law is real and things can go very, very badly. Maybe not as badly as this interview, but things can still go wrong. And that is my story for today, and I hope to see you guys next week when I drop my game review of Area 51, which if you follow me on social media, you already know about that. And also on Halloween, I'll be doing another storytime video. It'll be way more interesting and very, very creepy as well.